You are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. And I'm quitting Melbourne. As soon as the fucking borders open, I am fucking out of here. So Daniel Andrews, that fucking dweeb who runs this city, comes on TV today, does his corona update, and then a minute in just casually slides in, oh yeah, and we're extending the state of emergency for another 12 months. It's like, sorry, what did you say there? You're doing what? Yeah, we're extending it for another 12 months. Hold on, what do you mean 12 months? What the fuck are you talking about, you big-eared fucking gimp? So yeah, they've extended the state of emergency, which isn't the lockdowns. The state of emergency is what this state is in at the moment. Basically what that means is they can give the police whatever powers they want. They can come up with any laws like mask wearing, all that bullshit. They can just make shit up as they go. That allows them to do whatever they fucking want for the next 12 months. They're changing the law so they can extend it another 12 months. It's like, all right, I see what you're doing. But basically by extending it 12 months, he's saying strap in for a long 12 months because this shit is not fucking changing. We are going to be in and out of lockdowns for the next fucking 12 months. There'll be social distancing, mask wearing, limited numbers for the next 12 months, and he actually said that. And whatever, maybe it will last another 12 months, but you don't just come out, you fat, four-eyed fucking freak, and say to the state, you're fucked for 12 months, especially when we're in a hard lockdown at the moment, and there's still another 2 weeks of the hard lockdown. And the only thing people are thinking about right now is like, fuck, just get me through the next 2 weeks so we can have some fucking freedom. And that's that little tiny glimmer of hope at the end of the fucking tunnel. And he just comes out today and he's like, listen, see that little glimmer? I wouldn't get too excited because that's 2 weeks away and we've got another 12 months of shit coming. Like if you were a skilled politician who actually cared, you wouldn't extend it for the 12 months straight up. You would say, listen, this lockdown's been fucked. I understand. I want to thank you all. We're going to extend the state of emergency for another 3 months. It's not going to affect this current lockdown, which I know has been hard on everyone. It's not going to affect that. All it is another 3-month extension to the social distancing and all that sort of bullshit. Instead, he's gone the 12 months and he's come out and said, look, this probably isn't going to end until we get a vaccine. And you're all getting vaccinated, by the way, you fucking plebs. It's kind of starting to get time for rebellion, isn't it? It feels like it. That's what my hypothetical can be today, because that's what we're all here for. Hypothetical Mondays. Hypothetical Mondays. Tell me why. Hypothetical Mondays. Tell me why. Hypothetical Mondays. I want to shoot. Every politician in the world. This isn't part of Hypothetical Mondays, but what are politicians' actual skills? Besides lying and talking shit, what are they good at? Besides being less popular at school than the kids that became cops, what are politicians for? Please, for the love of God, tell me what the fuck we need politicians for. For the budget, to allocate funds, fuck you. Fuck you, we don't need them. All we need in society now are podcasters / comedians and musicians / podcasters. That's all we need in the world now. All right, so here's the hypothetical. It's not even a hypothetical. I have no hypothetical today. This is just what I've been pondering lately. It's like, when do you realize you're in a totalitarian society? Like, when is there enough evidence to suggest that things might not be going too well? Like, surely in Nazi Germany, not everyone was a fucking Nazi, were they? Not everyone was like, I hate Jews. Surely not. I know Jews aren't popular, but fuck me, not every single person. At some point it crossed the line. At some point what happened was everyone was ignoring the Nazis, going, nah, don't worry about them. That's not a problem. We still live in a free society here. The Nazis aren't a fucking problem. If they were going to be a problem, we would know because we're smart. And then eventually it was too late, and those people that were like, hey, don't worry about the Nazis, they're not a problem. Then all of a sudden they're like, well, I guess we're Nazis now. Who thought that was going to happen? Oh, well, we're Nazis. Let's start invading shit. They were just flip-floppers. They were just too lazy to do anything. It must cross a line at some point. Even the Chinese, like in China when Chairman Mao was doing his great leap forward, or whatever the fuck it was, the march or whatever, and started crossing China, just killing everyone. The people on his side would have been like, yeah, this is awesome. Finally, we have some power. This is great. This is cool. Then he gets into power and give it like fucking 15, 20 years. Then you're like, hold on a second. This isn't quite as cool as I originally thought it was. I mean, the early days were cool when we were just killing cunts left, right, and center. But now, what's this one-child policy? I didn't agree to that. You can look at Cuba, same thing. People in Cuba were like, I tell you what I love, fucking revolutions. Love a revolution. What about you? I love a little bit of a revolution and a little bit of a salsa dance. What about you? Let's do it. Let's take this shit over. Then they take it over, do a little bit of a salsa dance. 6 months later, they're like, oi, I feel like some chicken. What about you? Nah, there's no chicken in Cuba anymore. Here's some beans and rice. But I don't like beans and rice. Well, here's a little something I like to call jail. Now get the fuck in there. I just feel like, and maybe I am a little bit paranoid, maybe, because I just feel like we might be sliding into a little bit of a fucking problem here. It seems like it's heading only in one direction, and it's not a good fucking direction. And here's the thing. Power corrupts. Full stop. That's the statement. Power corrupts. There's nothing in that says it intentionally corrupts. Power just corrupts. Even if people aren't doing it intentionally. That's the thing you have to look out for. Power grabbing and the slide into totalitarianism doesn't need to be intentional. It's a self-feeding system. The more power you have, the more you want, the more you abuse it. I don't see any examples around the world where that isn't the case. I'll say it again, and I've said it a million times. Once people or governments take power, they do not relinquish it easily, if ever. They cling onto it for dear life. Maybe I'll look into the psychology of power. So my original question was, how would you know you're sliding into totalitarianism or a police or a surveillance state? Well, you can tell. You know, you just ignore it. You ignore it and hope and pray it really isn't happening until it's too late. That's what my gut's telling me. And to me, that feels like what's happening. And Melbourne is the case study at the moment. Don't think you're going to be exempt from any of this shit. Anyone in the world. They're going to keep locking everyone down. There will be a mystery case pop out of nowhere everywhere in the world. Even New Zealand. New Zealand had 4 new cases. Now they're on a 3-week fucking hard lockdown. They were partying in the streets fucking 4 weeks ago. Where did that come from? I think I said that as well. I think I said, don't worry about it, you're next. Everyone's next. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. I'm done. If you're enjoying this uplifting podcast, share it around with your friends, and I'll see you the fuck later.